Hello, welcome. I believe we're live. Welcome to another live stream. Tonight we are going to be continuing that good old theme of the thousands of AI. So let's just pick up where we left off. Let's just check this and see what we had. So one problem I want to solve is, first of all, they all amalgamate to this bottom corner here. And I have a feeling that they're still trying to do something with the target points. I'm just not quite sure where in my code I've put that. Also, they don't despawn each other, so if you watch the actor count over here, we have 2,183 actors, and even though they will change teams and supposedly kill each other, the actor count doesn't go down. So there's something. I mean, let me hit play and demonstrate this with the behavior tree over here. Hit play. So they hit the move. I don't know if they ever even hit kill. I mean, this guy's stuck on move. No, you see, like he won't get through to the kill. I don't really want to cheat that and just put something in like if can't move 3 times, just kill target, and target should get it to select a new target anyway. So I mean, they should maybe they'll eventually get close enough to kill their target. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's just it. I'm just trying to think here. Perhaps we could. What could we do to remedy this issue? Let's just make the acceptance radius really high in here. I mean, now let's see if they start dying. Because if so, then we can definitely rule it out as, whoa, you guys are, yo, okay. Wow. Well, you know, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting them to all flash red and blue. It's like we have the world's shittest looking police force over here. Okay. So that didn't help at all. I wonder, does the tree work though? That's a question that I need to have answered. Yes. The tree works, but they still don't despawn. Which means even if we do reach this kill node, we're going to have some issues. My assumption is it's this. Yeah, my assumption is this guy. So I want to see what that value is. I'm not going to pass that straight into the cast. I think that it's not being set right, this kill who. I mean, if we take a look at our blackboard over here. Oh, rather, sorry, the behavior tree on kill and kill who is locked target, so it should be of type AI1, right? We see we have the AI1 selected up here, but when I'm inside kill, if this is an AI1, I should be able to plug it straight into here, but it says it's not compatible with AI1. That's something I don't really understand. Let's see, get value as object. Let's see what happens when I plug that in. Okay. Okay. Can you imagine if that was it? If that was the only reason they weren't killing each other is I got the wrong friggin' node. No, they're still not killing each other. Okay. I'm glad, but I'm not glad because it means we still haven't solved the problem. Let me put a print string on here and see whether we're actually getting through the cast, because if this cast is failing, we wouldn't really know about it. No, we don't get through the cast. So whatever it is here is not willing to cast to AI1. If I put a breakpoint on here and hit play again, we'll smash into this. And I can see that it has no value. Okay. Let's resume and hit it again, no value. So I want to toggle the breakpoint. Resume for a bit and toggle it back on. Still no value. Okay, so whatever this is, it's not having a value, which would explain why we can't cast it to AI1. So the question is this set to anything? No. Right. Locked target isn't being set, which is why we're unable to kill them. And actually, that explains why they're not moving. You know, because they're not moving towards the target right now. You know, when we hit play, they don't move. Where'd I put that breakpoint? There we go. Let's skip that. I wanna stop this. Where you gone? Yeah, you see they don't move, they just stand still and change color. So what does that mean? What do we have that as? So that was it. This isn't being set. Locked target isn't being set. So on target, what are we doing here? We're casting to the cube 49 blueprint, and we are taking that in as a target, new red target. So the cube 49 blueprint comes in here as target. Oh no, wait a minute. Target isn't a thing. That's what we're calling on. So on the cube 49 blueprint, pass in a reference of whatever the heck we are. I wonder what this value would be. Let's put a breakpoint here and figure out what it is that we're actually passing through. Okay, so that is a AI1 controller. No, it's not a controller because it's a... What do we have out of here? AI100. Huh, okay. Let's step into that. Okay, so we've got this reference coming in, and then we want to call go blue on it. Right, so let's skip over here. And what do we have here? Let's do another one. Okay, what comes through? AI14. Okay, so that gives us a new one to trace. If this, so let's actually step through this, because this could be that this isn't getting set. So let's step into, and does that cast fail? No. We're able to cast that, and we're able to pass in. It does have a value, it's just, no, what the heck? Where did the go blue value go? You didn't get anything? What? Okay, let's I'm really puzzled by this, but I think we're starting to isolate where this is. Let me print a string of this. Before you pass it through, I want to print out what's going in here. To string, and then into a print string. So cast is working because we're reaching this. But let's see what it is that we're actually trying to put in there. Come on. Don't be shy, guys. You're welcome to drop me a message in chat, say what's going on. Let me know how your projects are going. Tell me what you think of the AI. I think progress is slow. I will say that. We came really far in the last stream, and I'm hoping that in this one we'll be able to pick it up again. But progress is slow, as is my computer. So that's not what you really want. Let me just have a look at that. Nope, it shouldn't be. Oh yeah, I really should shrink the amount of AI down. I mean, trying to work with 1,000 here is just... I wonder if my Unreal's going to crash. Please don't. It seems like a common theme now. At the start of every stream, it just crashes. So what we might do is we might start the crash stream. So for the first 20 minutes, we do a crash stream and wait for it to crash. And then we do an actual stream, you know, where it works. But I ain't got no time for that. So I've been listening to Meth just recently. There's a new album of theirs out. What's it called? What is it called? Manifest. I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. And if this Unreal doesn't work within the next 30 seconds, I'm going to uninstall it and install Unity. And this will be the first stream where I ever use Unity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we really going to Unity? Come on, don't make me get to 10. 5, 6, 7. Last chance. 8, 9, 10. Is that 10? No. Ah, there we go. Oh well, we'll do Unity another day. not on my channel. Strictly Unreal Engine. Okay. Come on now, let's boot this back up. Let's get back into this. So we had the issue. What was the issue we were just trying to fix? The key wasn't being passed through, right? We were getting a reference to none. We weren't getting anything else through. Of course, I was about to print the string. I was about to print out what it was that we were actually trying to pass through. And before I do that, I'm going to strip it right back to maybe 10 or 15 AI just to make this thing work a bit better. There we go. Okay, first things first. Get rid of 980 AI. There we go. Let's get rid of that many. And they have 19 and that really bothers me. I'm going to have to get one more. So what do you guys do? You do some weird stuff. Like, they really like this area here. Excuse me. Yeah, I really... Of course, I've lost my changes. So let me... Let's see. They have this acceptance radius. They're moving towards this pawn, but this pawn isn't actually a value, so they can't move towards it. In target is where we were. We drilled down into the new red target and into the go blue, which is on the AI. Here we are, here we are. And we were going to print out this string. Nope. Now I want to do a print string, and I want to put you in there. Cool. And then we'll hit play, and it passes in a controller. Okay, okay. So what I need to do is where I pass in. Wait. Oh, that's because I've plugged AI. Oh my god, that was not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Okay, let's see where it's going. Let's see what we get here. Please don't be different AI. It's different AI. Have you cooked it or have tried to run it in the viewport? Cooked what? I don't have any grenades on me. I've got no grenades to cook. Sorry, that sounded really passive aggressive. No, sorry, I just don't understand what it is you're asking me to check whether I've cooked. I've had my tea, if that's what you're asking. So new parameter coming into here is an AI, and we should be setting the value. Wait. What am I at here? Can I put a reference to self? Did I? Really? Ishimi would have just automatically put a reference to self if there was no other reference. What are you doing? Just kill each other. Okay. Let's see. I want to put another print string in here. Actually, I'm going to get the value afterwards. I'm going to print it out. After I set it, I'm going to print out the value of, get a blackboard, get value as object, and we're going to plug in the exact same key name, pass that over to a string, and let's see what we get. What is being set? The different AIs. And did I also remove the print string further back? Yes. The different AIs are being set, and it actually gets those AIs out of there. So if they are in there, then why is it that, where's my tree? Why is it that kill? Also, this kill thing has this extra key, this BB key here, which actually isn't present. So what I'm going to do is just copy this. I feel like we might have had a little bug here, but I'm going to destroy this, and we'll put that code back in somewhere else nice and new. Where were we at? We were working in here, and we need to make a new task, and we need to paste all of this in here, and kill who, we need to create a variable kill who. There we go. Yep. And I'm just going to rename that because that name really bugs me, to kill. And we'll come off here and get kill. And we'll destroy this guy. Okay, so it does need to be a public variable, and it's going to be locked target. That's good. Let's hit play. Let's see what actually happens. Nope, they still run towards that same point. So something's really oh, wait a minute. I did have work going on in the level blueprint. Have I been... Oh yeah, this thing that I set up. Right, okay, we're gonna just... No, all of that can... Oh, wait a minute. But isn't that used to set the... We get all of the AIs and we add them to the AB, to the red and blue. And then for the... Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is where we ended this. Did I forget to do something in here? It looks like I was going to do an extra thing of here. So what was I going to do? I was going to get the blue, the cube 49 actor. And what did I have planned for you? Where's cube 49? There he is. Did I have a custom event in here? Set vase. That. Okay, let's jump back into this guy and set vase. Oh no, yeah, set vase. And then it wants a red and a blue. Okay, maybe we missed this step. Maybe I missed this step. So let's plumb that into here and see what these guys. Okay, they all kind of mishmash around, and the actor count is falling. Bingo. Okay, so I missed the thing in the level blueprint. I totally forgot that we had anything in there, but you know, there we go. Wait a minute. This could be made modular if it wasn't in the level blueprint, because I could still do a get all actors of class on begin play. I could do this get all actors of class, and I could put it into the array straight away, and I could cast out to each of them the first time, and we wouldn't have to do this because the vase would already be set. So let's remove that pin. Let's copy all of this, or cut it rather, and find me my cube 49. Do we have a begin play in here? No, we don't. And we're going to put that up there. And red and blue. Reds and blues. Okay. So we'll have to just replace these, which is easy enough. Blues go in here, reds and blues, and we have reds over here, and we have a red down here. That makes me feel like I've missed a blue further up. Yep. So reds, blues, reds, blues, reds and blues, and this one down here is blues. We'll plumb that in. So that's out of the level blueprint now and inside the cube. Set vase is no longer needed, since we're not going to call it anywhere else, and that's just going to do its thing inside totally modular. So we could put these guys on any level. So these guys are fighting each other. Where are you going? What is it with this? What is it with this corner? What, like, why do you always want to go here? Or are you trying to go somewhere else? Do they just go to the center? They just kind of... Oh, and then there was only one, and he returned to the magical place and became the policeman. Anyway. Oh, errors. Good. Huh. So... I'm sorry, what's going on here? What's breaking? This guy, set value as object. Is it because there's no parameter coming in? Because if so, we can just simply do an is valid on that, and if it is valid, then it can go in. So does that fix our error? Let's let them fight to the death again. Wait till there's only one left. Let me jump back out here. Fight! Okay, we still have errors. So, that is valid did absolutely nothing. So, is valid, I think is valid is if it's not pending a destroy. Not null and not pending kill. I'm going to use this as valid and just put it into a branch. I feel like that's all that this node does anyway, but I'm just going to, for my own satisfaction, I suppose. Again, let's let these guys battle it out. Come on now. Okay. Wow, they wiped each other out. No. Okay, so that is valid is not really helping at all. And we're still getting the same amount of errors. Is it because I'm pending kill? I suppose there's two things to make sure are valid here. I mean, if I'm about to be destroyed, then there's no point doing it. And if the target's about to be destroyed, then there's no point doing it. So let's check those two things. Our AI still works as expected, apart from this weird little paying homage to this cube over here. Errors? Yep. What is this? This is on the new place inside AI Controller 1. We get the blackboard of ourselves and we set the value. Unless our blackboard is what's not valid. I feel like I'm just going to end up checking everything for valid here. So if this still throws my errors, then I'm going to move away from this idea of validation. One last attempt. We won't give them as long this time. There should still be some errors by now. Huh. There was no errors. Let me run the simulation till the end, just to confirm. Kill each other. Hello, you're right. You're like right. There we go. Boom. No errors. Hooray! Okay, so it was the blackboard that was invalid. I'm glad we didn't move away from that. The blackboard was invalid, so now we check whether the blackboard is valid, which means that when you... something must happen. Anyway, that avoids that error and they still work as normal. To explain why they move to the middle of the map. This is the only thing that ever tells them to move. So if this is not valid, then we shouldn't move them. If it is valid, then move to them. And if it's not valid, finish your execution, failing. Let's give that a try. They didn't move to the center of the map. That was it. So we were passing them invalid. What was it again? We were passing them an invalid target. Okay, so validation checks. We now know that they are very important. Let's scale this battle up. Okay, because the goal here is to get this back up towards 1,000. First of all, so what do we got there? 20. We got 40. I'm going to line them up on each side of the room. So then we got 80. Nope, now we got 80. And let's grab all 80 of those and go 160. Okay, 320. Oh no, not 240, sorry. Let's double that number now. I really need a way to select all the AI. Why don't I just do this and then do Control A? There we go. Okay. So from 240 AI to 480. Let's give it a test there. Let's watch these guys battle it out. Wow, they really go each. Look at that. How cool was that? Right, let me move that camera. We're gonna go for a bird's eye view on this. I want to see these guys battle. Where are we going with this? There we go. Go. Wow. What are I wonder what these guys on the edge are doing, like, because they don't really. It seems puzzling that they stop and fail to get a new target. Okay, so the reason they fail to get a new target, I can explain why those ones stop. When we excuse me, once the AI have died, we don't remove them from the pool of AIs. So what we need to do is go into our cube blueprint. Right, I got this. I got a plan for this. Let me show you my plan. So let me find the cube 49. There you are. And inside cube 49, I'm gonna have a thing called a custom event called I'm dead. Oh, custom event, please. I'm dead. So who's dead? Well, that's why we pass in a parameter of type AI1 object reference. So I'm dead. And the goal is to search these two arrays, and whichever one we find it in, remove it from that array. So what we're going to do is, let's see. I think there's a remove value. remove item, and it can fail. So what we'll do is we'll just call remove on that, and we'll just do a branch here. So if true, so if it is removed from that one, then that's great, and if remove is false, then I want to call remove over here, like that, I think. So that should hopefully stop our people. Oh no, no, it won't do anything yet because it's not being called anywhere. We need to jump into kill, which calls die, which, so when you die, before you destroy yourself, one of these is a cube 49. It's that one. I'm going to rename that. I was being really lazy last time, so this is the cube 49 ref. So I'm going to get the cube 49 ref, and I'm going to call I'm dead and pass in a reference to self, and we are golden. So first of all, you move yourself from the thing and then you disappear. What if they exploded when they died? I mean, I would quite like to see them explode when they die. Does anyone else want to see? I'm gonna make them explode. I'm gonna wait for this to compile. Then I'm gonna shrink the amount of AI back down to something like 10. Add in the particle effect, stick in the standard explosion, trigger the explosion when we die, and then scale the AI back up. So let's put that plan into action. While we wait for Unreal Engine to continue to hold me up today. Still waiting. And the battery's dead. Okay. Come on. I've had time to charge another device and you can't even compile? There we go. Pass through vaping, yeah? Well, I don't think so. Let's just actually test our theory before we do the other thing. So we still actually seem to have the stragglers on the outside, even though it's removing them from the... Why would they be staying still? Maybe it's because they can't find another target of the opposing team. But they all eventually switch teams. They all eventually switch teams. So how can I make them not switch teams, but only... When we call target, you give it a new red target, but then you call go blue. Like, I don't want to call go blue. I want to call this other thing here. I want to call another custom event called new target, but I just need to check which kind of target it is. It's a so new red target, go to the blue team. So this is a new red target, and this needs to take in an AI1, an AI1 object reference, and that, my friends, is going to be passed in to here. Oh, but I want it to come from two places, so I have to make it a variable. I'm gonna just, okay, instead of making it a variable, I'm gonna just Control-C, Control-V that, put that up there, plug you into that guy, plug you into that guy, plug you into this guy, and plug you into this guy. Right, okay. And no, okay, I understand why it can't have two data sources, but depending on... Oh no, because the cast came from the exact same place too. Never, I understand that now. So we're going to duplicate that and copy and paste this one as well, and do another custom event of new blue target. So this allows me to bypass the skipping teams side, which is only done once on launch. And by skipping that, they won't change teams. So we can actually have a battle now where they don't change teams. And this is a target, which wants to go into here, and you want to cast. Oh no, no, you want to come from. Nope, you want to come from here. You want to go. Oh, come on, into there. Okay, it's really messy now, and I'm really sorry about this, but I just want to get this working. It could always be tidied up later. Let's see. Oh, I compiled it with all of the hundreds again. No. Oh, that's not good. Okay. We need a way to... But you know, actually, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I compile it with 400 AI on the map. I'm still only compiling one type of blueprint. Why does it scale depending on how many actors I have in the world? It's separate in my mind. Or do you have to go through and apply the changes to each individual actor in the world? Maybe that's it. Crazy logic. Hey, what did you miss? Well, we have the AI not all running towards the middle of the... What do you call it? Instead of running towards the middle of the map now, the AI will just run to its target. We're now trying to implement the... Because at the moment they change teams every time they pick a new target. Or they might stay on the same team. So at the moment we're trying to get them to stick to the team that they are assigned at the beginning, and then just keep picking targets of the other team. So we can have a team win now as opposed to an individual win. And that's compiled, so I can demonstrate that. What good timing. So I'm expecting to see a single team win this, and I'm not expecting to see any of them change their colour. Huh, let me fly down there because it looks like... Are you guys changing colour still? Yeah, very rapidly. Very rapidly. Okay. Okay. Oh, and I'm doing this through an AI tree. I am, and with other little tidbits in controllers and bits all over the place. Go blue. Where is this being called? Why? This new red target business, where's that being called from? Oh yeah, I was going to replace it in here, wasn't I? I was going to replace it in here. I could get the controlled pawn cast to its AI1 and then just call new red target there instead of doing that. Yeah, give me that. So give me the new red target here for this guy. And... Oh, but you want a parameter which comes from... What the heck is this? The Cube 49 blueprint should... This is... I'm confused as to what I've done here now. The AI1 was being passed in. Receive, execute. But when you set new red target, the target comes in. And that's what gets set. So I've accidentally bypassed the whole... No, I needed to call this in the cube blueprint, right? Like, yeah, I changed it in the wrong place. That's what I was doing. Let me jump back out and clean that up. Let me just undo these changes here. So that should stay as it is. And in the Cube 49 blueprint, where I call... Go blue, I want to call new red target on the on the Cube 49 blueprint. New red target, but on the AI1. There you go. Okay. So instead of doing go blue, he'll now do this, with this being the new parameter. Okay, there we go. New red target. And then let's switch this out. Sounds like you need to make sure it stays on a team. Yeah, I've got this. I've got this. I know it's right here at the front of my head. I just can't. I just need to put it in action. So it's not go red. It was new blue target. Call the function on the AI1 new blue target, and we're going to pass in that as the target. Okay. So let's see now. They shouldn't change teams anymore. So we should have none of them changing color, which is looking pretty good so far. They don't have a team variable, this is the thing. I'll run through how all this works as a recap, but it looks like we've got the team side of it working. They should all stop now when they realize that there's no one else to attack. Will they all? They're attacking each other. They are very comfortably killing their own team. I don't really understand why, but okay. Why did they kill their own team? inside the cube blueprint we should have a thing that stops them. So like this, we had this thing here where we did the I'm dead, and then we removed it from the blueprint. So if it's removed, I want to check the size of these, the length of these. So length and length for the top one as well. And I want an OR operator. No, not that one, not a bitwise OR. I want an OR boolean. So if this length equals 0 or this length equals 0, then we're going to stop. So come out of here and do a branch. So if either of those equals 0, I need to check which one. So I'm going to do 2 branches instead, with the length equaling 0. By doing 2 branches, I allow myself, so if it doesn't equal 0, then go over here and check this guy. So my aim rather is to sort of just stop the AI tree from running once one of these arrays has nothing. So if the blue array stops running, then I want to come out here and a for each loop. So for every single red that's left, I want to what can we do with the tree or a behavior tree? Because I mean, I know you can run a behavior tree. I think I'll begin play. Skyrim Doggy, hello, welcome. I know you can. I'm trying to kill the. It's on the controller actually. I think, yeah. So what I would need to do is get the controller, and from the controller do something with behavior tree. Behavior tree, no. Stop movement? No, that's not what I want to do. Let me just see if I can somehow like stop behavior tree. What can I do with my tree, my behavior tree? I can run a behavior tree, but how can I stop it? Let's have a shameful Google over here. UE4 stop behavior tree. Stop logic on the brain component. So do we have a stop logic in here? On the brain component. Whoa. Where will I find stop logic? I could get the AI controller and then let me jump back out here. I think I have a solution. Stop. Oh, that does the motion again. Get the controller and then get the brain component. Why are you telling me there's a brain component? I'm afraid to stop running the behavior tree. Okay, you got the context. I do have context sensitive checked, but unticking it doesn't guarantee that these things will work. But I'll have a look anyway. So the brain component. Okay, there is a brain component, but it wants an AI controller. So let me cast this to an AI controller 1. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's helped. It was the wrong thing. I'm gonna check context sensitive, and I'm pretty sure it'll come up this time. Give it a brain component. There we go. So context sensitive, I try and avoid unchecking that. It does show me every option, but it's context sensitive for a reason. So if it won't work with where I'm dragging off of, then there's no point in me even spawning it in because it's not what I'm looking for. But thank you. Yeah, that did help me find what I need. Because it allowed me to read the target and check that it needed an AI controller. So thank you. So on the brain component, we can stop logic. Reason. You've won. I don't know why I couldn't pass it a reason, but whatever. Let's whatever. Yeah. So let's see now. If a team wins, do they stop? Come on. I shouldn't have been up here. I don't see any. They stopped. Hooray! Okay, so red team wins. Red team has won and their logic has come to an end. We have AI that now, whoa. Okay, there's some errors here. We have some errors. But AI 11 is pending kill function. Okay, so if they're pending a kill function, whereabouts are you pending a kill function? Here, so it is valid. We need to check if it's actually not pending the kill here. Validation. Remember, we've been through this one once already this stream. So if you are valid, stop the logic. If not, it's probably because you're about to die anyway, in which case I don't care. So yeah, let's get in the thick of this here and see what's going on. Kill each other. Wipe them out. Red team wins again. I'm starting to sense some kind of bias going on here. They're done. Okay. And still we have errors. Attempt to access AI 302, but AI 302 is pending kill function. On this cast node. Oh, this is pending kill. So we're going to do the validation check further back, because if that's valid, then the rest of this should work. There we go. We'll put that there. And actually, this is only for red team. I needed to do the same thing off. So if that equals 0 being true here, I need to do it for each loop. Basically copy this and plumb in. I could do this better, but whatever. I'm going to plumb in the blues over here. So if that does equal 0, then do that. Okay. Hey man, thank you. Glad to see I'm still doing scripting. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. That's a really great comment. Yeah, I'm still going with it. It's slow. It's exam season at the minute, but I wanted to pick up a live streaming schedule. I've noticed that since live streaming, I've really stopped putting out tutorials, and that's a bad thing. I need to maybe tone back the amount of streams and instead promise a video on that night, a tutorial covering something else. Even if we just did AI tutorials like this, perhaps people find those easier to watch than hour-long streams. But hey, here we are. So red team won again. Let's see how many AI we have. We have 480 AI. That's just not enough. Let's get more. I want a bigger battle. So let's go from 480 to, wait a minute, I'm good at maths, 960. Right? I hope so. Yeah, 960. Okay, so that's 960 AI right there. Let's get rid of this barrier. Let me select the first 40. Where are you? There you are. And you guys are just going to get plonked on the end there. So we have 1,000 AI now. Okay. I'm getting really bad frame rates in here, and I wonder why. Let's double it. Okay, it's going to hang for a second. I know that. I know I'm taking a risk with this, but let's double it for a sec here. Let me get these 2,000 AI. And we'll go from 2,000 and we'll work our way up. This is painful. There we are. They're here. They've arrived. Bit too far. No, this is really hard to position them. A bit more. That'll do. Whew. So I had some really bad news just yesterday. I took my car to the garage. For a bit of context, I'm a student. I don't have much money. I took my car to the garage and I was expecting it to be like 300 to get this thing fixed. And he comes back and he goes, oh, it's about £600 mint. Like, what? That's all I have to live off for the next like 3 months. So I'm trying to find a new car. And then I was looking on Auto Trader and I came across a Mercedes-Benz CLK 230, and I was like, oh wow, okay. And I did my price on the insurance and everything, and it came up, and it was like, wow, it was the same price as what I had now. So I was pretty happy for a second, and then I called the guy, and he'd sold it an hour ago, so I just missed out on that one. But let's see here. Why do we have? Yeah, I thought this crazy. Like, I've looked into it. I mean, the car I have right now is a bit of a wreck. I've done my research. I've called around a couple of garages to price up the work that he's put out, and honestly, he's not within a million miles of it. I've just really trashed that car. I can be quite a boy racer, I suppose, when I want to be. So it's been thrown around some corners, and it's been pushed more than it should do. I had to hear you lost the car. Oh, Jake, hey, sorry, I didn't know you were there. Yeah, I know, I should have messaged you and said that there was an issue with that car, but I'm still gonna get a Mercedes. And Steve, I am on a budget, but I've seen I can get a CLK for around about 500 and something, and I'm sold. Like, I don't know what I have to do. I play airsoft, and I've got an MG42. Wait a minute, it's not in my room, otherwise I'd show you this gun. It's incredible. I have an MG42 for airsoft, so I'm gonna get rid of that and put that towards it. But I'll get my Merc. I'll get my Merc. Okay, so what happened there? That was 2000 AI, and they fought, but I lost track of the colors. The colors really just kind of melded into one horrible black. So I'm not really sure why that happened. Let's drop this back down again. I feel like there's more work we can do before we start pushing this system. Let's go back down to 10. So what could we make these AI do? Let me actually observe this with just 10 of them. Oh, everyone died. Does everyone die if blue team wins, and everyone not die if red team wins? Oh, look at these guys. No, okay. Still puzzling. I'm not really sure what to do now. Like, I feel like, I mean, we've had the AI navigate this maze before now. It can navigate a maze. It can fight each other. What if we what would you want to see them do next? I want to see, I still want to work with massive amounts of AI. Like 10 AI, if you think about it, I mean, I was building the zombie game in one of my previous streams, and I allowed a maximum of 30 AI on the map at any one given time. So really working with these huge numbers is very unrealistic for any game. But I want to see what we can achieve with it. I want to make them do something. Let's add, I know what we're going to do first of all. Let's make them look better than they do. Let's make them look better than they do, because this is just not doing it for me anymore. So give me a that is not a default skeletal mesh. That is just a gun. Maybe trigger the AI when you hurt them. Trigger them into doing what? And I can't actually hurt them yet. They don't actually have any health. They just fight each other. So that's a thing. Let me scale this guy down to like 0.7 or something. And yeah, I want an animation blueprint for you, but I'm not really sure which one will do it. He's called Tutorial TTP. I feel like he doesn't have an animation blueprint. So let's make loads of men in the T-pose run around first of all, and we can always change their material. So let's get rid of this static mesh, and it won't compile because I'm trying to set the material of it somewhere. You need a target, don't you? Yeah, let's give you this and plug you into there. And let me just double check what how many elements. Yeah, element 0, that's great. So they should still now go red and blue. Come here, I need to see your color. Oh, come on. I spawned too far away. There we go, we don't need cinematic anymore. Nope, they don't have any color to them. Set element indicator. Huh. Could it be those materials that are messing up? Let me see if I can find that red and blue and green. No. chase you or reduce your health only when they touch or hit you. Okay. I kind of want them to... I'm trying to think, if you're in a battle, like... Okay. Here's what we do. Here's what we do. To satisfy the criteria of having 10,000 AI on a map in a battle, let's push this and set that up first of all. Let's make our 10,000. And then what we're going to do on the next live stream is, instead of making massive scale AI, we're going to start building more complex behavior trees and trying to make them do more complex tasks. So at the minute they pick a target, they move to it, and they kill it. That's great. Formations would be really fucking cool, but I'm not even going to entertain that idea right now because I have no idea where I would start with that. So let's make 10,000 of them fight each other. I don't care about the colors anymore. And then on the next stream, we're going to start making some really pretty smart AI. So I want to try and make some stuff that can kind of strafe around you, know where you're going, or try and stay out of your line of sight. So we can start to really like dig down into the AI behavior tree next time. So let me clean up this map. We'll do a quick build of the lighting and whatnot just to get rid of these splodges that somebody's left on the ground. Dead Moros. Hello. I'm afraid I don't know what you're saying. I'm going to Google Translate this because I'm curious. Google Translate. Enter text. Where are my 10,000 bots? He says first. Followed by a word that Google doesn't know. I'm going to guess the next one is, are you from the UK? Oh wow, okay. Hey. Hey guys, I'm afraid I don't speak. Right, okay, so Google Translate says Mongolian. I don't think it is Mongolian. Russian. I don't speak Russian. I'm sorry. No worries, no worries. Okay, so we got some AI here. I got distracted there. We got 10 AI. I'm actually just going to spawn in 10,000. I'm going to have a loop that does 10,000 and spawn some in at random points within a navigable radius. So, on your begin play, Mr. Q blueprint, after you've done all this, you're going to go off to do this one other crazy task. So, a for loop. No, not for each. I just want a straight for loop that will do it 0 to 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 times we're gonna do a thing. Let me find out here. There we go. What are we gonna do 10,000 times? We're going to get random point in navigable radius. Does not work. Random point in navigable radius. Okay. Origin is self. We'll put this at the middle. Oh, get actor location rather. For self. My radius is going to be a mega, I don't know, 50,000 units. And let's do this at 1,000 first of all, just to make sure this works. We're conversation in 60 Russian, man. I bet you'll be able to do it or not. I suppose is my answer. I don't really understand. Sorry. Spawn actor from class. We want to spawn an actor of type AI1. And your transform, we're going to make a transform. And we're going to plug the location into the transform and scale, whatever. Yep, cool. And let's just zoom out here with my cube selected. Where's my cube at? It's over there. So I want to put this in the as central to the map as I possibly can. Like here's pretty good. And let's hit play. And this is going to freeze for a minute as it spawns 1,000 AI. But no, there we go. They're all over the place. There was like 3 of them that moved. Are you serious? How are you using EQS? What is EQS, if you don't mind my asking? They all spawned, but I suppose they tried to pick a target too fast. Actually, that runs after this has all been done. This needs to be the first thing to run. Let me let me put you into here, and there's another one of these somewhere. You into here, and then the first one to be my random spawning, because I need to spawn them all before I can give them teams, right? So let's go again. Again, it just seems to be sorry. It just seems to be the initial 10 that are staying there. So let's go and get rid of those from the world. We don't want you in here. Let's drop ourselves in again. And so you've done all that. You've done your 10,000. And now, well, now what? Could I, as I'm spawning them in, oh no, because I'd need to call go blue and go red. I have a better idea here. All of this is kind of redundant now. So what I'm going to do is, after each one, I'm going to go into a flip-flop. And out of my flip-flop, I'm going to grab a red and a blue. And we're going to do add. Execution pins, and do add to an array. Nope, that's a set. I don't know what a set is, but that's what that is. Environment query system. It's really great. You can use a behavior tree and it'll probe the environment to certain criteria like potential near enemies or usable items. Oh my god. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. EQS. Wait a minute. Let me find a pen and some paper over here. EQS. Let me write that down because I'm going to have to dig into that before we do the next live stream. So environment query system. EQS. Environment query system. Awesome, thank you. One thing I have noticed is, as a programmer, I don't really tend to write things, and having my exams recently, I hate writing. I really hate it. Question: you were playing with the nav mesh today. Didn't seem to place my imported. It didn't seem to place on my imported static mesh. Check the collision on the static mesh. Possibly that's one idea. So we add them into the red and blue team, and if you're on reds, then you want to do like a getter or go red. Yeah. But it needs a. Oh no, wait. What were we calling? We didn't call go red. We called. Oh, we did. But we passed in a random enemy of the other type. So the go reds and go blues business will have to be done after we've added them all here. So what does that do? Yeah, so this business here, we're going to get rid of that guy, and all of this is now redundant because we don't need to get those actors. We need to cut this and put it up here. Okay, so we're going to do this for loop 1,000 times, grab that, and then when it's completed, we'll run down to this sequence. You just remove that pin and remove that pin. And then we're going to set the teams off on their way to kill each other. Let's create HISM at long distance. I do not know what HISM is. Yeah. There's still so much I don't know about this. I feel really bad because I come on here like making tutorials and teaching people things, but I still don't know what half the stuff is myself. I really don't. My AI are way spread out. In fact, I'm curious, are they too spread out? Possibly so. That radius might be a little bit big. So let's shrink that down to 10,000. And let's spawn, yeah, 1,000 of them seems to be working just fine, really. Ooh, errors. I should have checked those. What have we got here? Now this feels a bit more like a battlefield. Show my FPS. Okay. Where are we going with this? There we go. Excuse me. So we had the cube. We spawn them in a radius, but now they don't chase each other. So we spawn an actor from AI and add them to the class. So when the AI is spawned, there is no begin play in here. Oh yes, there is. You get your controller, because AI has a controller when it's placed or spawned in the world, and it uses that controller for some reason. That's probably why. Let's put the battle controller back on there. Are you moving yet? Are you doing a thing? No. You're still just weird little midget people who stand there in the T-pose. It looks cool though. I quite like having them scattered out, and I have to give props to Phil, who I think it was Phil. If it wasn't Phil, I'm sorry. Someone was screaming at me the other day saying, please just spawn them in, and I really wasn't listening. I was trying to place them, and I regret not taking that advice. Yes, my FPS is very bad with this. I get about 15 FPS in-game with them. Errors. This might explain to me why they're not working. Use different AIs are pending a kill function. Where? How can you be pending a kill function already? You'll be... Okay, try to adjust location but always spawn. Make sure they always spawn. Let me see if that gets rid of the errors of that one. It could have been that. I've had something stuck at the back of my throat all day. Spawn an AI1. So when we spawn an AI1, it should get a controller of type AI1, auto possess player. I have a question. If I auto possess player, do I control all 1,000 units? Please don't. No, that's just weird. I'm gonna turn that off. So when they're placed or spawned in the world, AI controller 1 should automatically possess them. Or can we like set controller? Player controller ID. See, I'm trying to just make sure that this AI basically has a controller. Add controller, get controller, spawn default controller. Spawn the default controller and get possessed by it. Then get its control. Okay, that could work. That could work. Nope, still seems to be trash. Okay, and you said to press F. You want to see a profiler, so I'm gonna guess that up here is what you're looking for in here by any chance? Because, ooh, things, stats and things. It's set to spawn only. It should be spawn and placed. Yeah, let's go and change that back. Get rid of those and show stats. Yeah. You're right. Where was I working with that? In the AI1. Let's have a look at auto possess AI when it's spawned, placed in the world, or spawned. And we spawn a default controller now, so I really should be taking on that controller. So what happens when the controller spawn? That's another question that we need to answer. Is this relying on something that isn't there anymore? Use a blackboard, run a behavior tree. No. It should really just go. Let's take a look. Right, I want to know how many. I want to see this world outliner over here. Let me put that up big and make that much bigger. So my AI, how many do I have? Because I should have 1,000. AI 1, 12, 14. I'm missing a lot of AI. Yeah, I'm really missing a lot of them. I don't know where they are though. Let me shrink that back out of the way. That's too far. Whoa, okay. I'm losing the plot here. Extra controller per character now. You shouldn't need to. You're possibly right there. You're possibly right there. Can they have 2 controllers though? Is that a thing that they can do? I didn't know that they would have more than one controller, but yeah, let's... Perhaps there's some conflict there. So we'll have spawned and placed in world. We'll have AI controller 1 set up in the AI 1. And we still lose some of them because of the... Let me adjust this location first of all. So I want to get the location, and I want to add a vector. And on the z-axis, I'm going to add like 150. I think the only one just gets destroyed if it doesn't possess anything. Okay. Create a main pawn which will control all bots. Yeah, I should have that. I should just have 2 pawns controlling. There's so many different avenues that I could take to approach this idea of mass AI. There they are. They spawn on the surface now, and then they drop down. So none of them. I noticed before that some of them were falling through the world. And now it looks like we have a much more... I don't think you can see the world outliner, but I can see it. And we have all of our AI here now, I think. Yeah, the mass majority of them. Yep, we've not really lost any there. Okay. So the question is, why aren't they moving? Let's check the behavior tree and see if the behavior tree is actually running. Because if it's not, then that's our problem. Nope, it's doing the target thing. Okay, it's not completing target, which is why it won't move. So, why won't you complete target? What is going on in here that you don't like? This probably never has a value. This probably never has a value. So let me come back out to target, which is the cube. And where does your cube get set? In AI1, we had this cube reference, and we set it here. Okay, they're not getting the cube. So when you spawn something, can you affect the variables it has when it spawns? So you see here how I do this spawn actor. I want to change some things on this actor though when it spawns. Can I... Like, I don't want this guy's begin play to start until I've set the cube up. So we won't do it on begin play. We'll have a custom one. We'll have a custom event called start. And start is going to take a reference to the Cube 49 blueprint. That's good to know. So, and I'm going to leave it named as new param because that's always a really helpful way to do this. And I'm just going to pass you straight into cube and get rid of that and get rid of that. And no, because I use that down here. That's okay. But your Cube 49 reference won't be set. I might as well set it here as well, just because it is used there. This is really becoming like spaghetti. And yeah, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to cast to the AI, and I'm going to call start and pass in a reference to self from this blueprint here. I'm going to get you, and we're going to call start, and I'm going to make this a reference to self, and both of you guys are going to go into there. So hopefully now they should all move around. Let's see what we got. Oh, no FPS to start with, and I'm seeing movement. Yeah, these guys are going off to fight because my FPS is absolutely tanked. Jesus, this is taking so long to draw every frame. 0.5 FPS. How did this get so bad? They have shadows on. They have shadows on. Let me turn that off. Okay. They have shadows. That's not going to help. So let me go find this mesh. And you are not to cast shadows, wherever the hell that is. Don't cast shadows. So now they have no shadows. Maybe we'll get a bit more of our FPS back. Check in profiler proc. Okay, I understand what you're trying to say with this profiler, dude. I just don't know where it is. If you can talk me through it, I can bring it up and we can check this out. But I really don't know where this profiler is. I know it's in here somewhere. It's got to be in stats. I mean, we see the FPS. What else am I trying to figure out? I want to see. What does this do? It seems to do a thing. So overall AI time moved to, and the perception system is doing nothing. So they're really, it's not the AI. I think the draw calls is very big. I think you're right. Okay. Sorry. Real engine for draw calls. How do we turn this down? How do I see draw call statistics? Let me see. I'll have a quick Google of this. Inside stats scene rendering. Okay. So we're gonna go to stat hide all, and then we're gonna go to stat. I'm looking for scene rendering. No, don't worry about it, dude. I appreciate your help. Thank you. Scene rendering. So let's see if this is gonna show you what you think it's gonna show you. Okay. You know, nothing's really, there's not really many 11 more stats. Use the stats.max per group cvar to increase the limit. So let me stop this. Whoa, okay, we got some frames now. Hello. Look at them all. Little army running around. Wow. This is 1,000 AI in a big open space trying to kill each other. If you could ignore the profiler there, that's pretty cool. These little midget things all running around, and our FPS is just going to get better and better as they die off there. That's fantastic. We have 1,000 AI on a big scale running around killing each other. Okay, like we've achieved that. We have achieved that. Let me see if I can fire up the console and do I use LODs? LODs are, let me double check this. I feel like this is an exam now. LODs are the thing that change how it looks at a distance, right? So when I'm really up close to something, it'll use a really high quality texture, and when it's a mile away, it'll use a really low one and just sort of give me the outline. I think that's what LODs is, right? Stats.max per group, and let's set this to 100. Don't know why. Did that do a thing? Did it do a thing? I don't know. Okay. I'm not really sorry, I'm not really understanding what these are doing, and it doesn't seem, I suspect that these values would go red if they were bad. So I don't think it is the draw calls, unless I can't even see where draw calls are really. Call count 48 on this one. What's the next? I mean, you guys were telling me about the draw call, or the draw calls. So what am I kind of looking for in here? Should this not be above 1? Should it not be above 48? I feel like these numbers, no, they don't show any correlation. The ones that be at the top. How strange. We turned off the shadows on the guy. Let's jump back into the guy and make him back into that whatever you call it, that thing. Can we just make him a little cube? There we go. You can go back to being a cube, like at the very, 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 very beginning. And it's done that thing. Oh, we're back. Okay. The cubes are moving better because obviously there's a lot less to render, and they're killing each other. That's great. That's great. We're getting somewhere. I feel like we're definitely getting somewhere with this. I'm gonna get this off my screen. But that was really interesting. Let's just have another look through here. rendering. What's in here? Is this the one I had open? Yeah, this is the one I had open. I'm going around in circles, which usually means that that's a pretty good place to leave the stream. If I'm just running myself in circles now, I'm going to end up going down some hole and not really understanding what's going on. So, to finish off the stream, we have 1,000 AI, and I said we were going to do 10,000 before the end. Let's do 10,000. Let's up this to 10,000. Okay? I don't care if my computer doesn't run it, or rather, if we can't see it, that doesn't matter to me. But there will be 10,000 AI walking around in here, okay? Create LOD for model person. I don't know how to create an LOD, and I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to do that another day. Let me spawn 10,000 AI in. 10,000 cubes running around, all trying to kill each other. If it loads, and if we get past 1 frame an hour, I think we've done it. I think we've. I wouldn't be surprised to see my entire computer crumble here. What have we got? I'm not really doing anything. Come on, do more. Like Chrome is using more RAM than you. I want you to. This is crazy. Come on, show me the 10,000. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Jake. No worries. It's cool stuff. AI. It's always fun. Yeah, we don't really have much opportunity to do that outside of Unreal, though. So we're really stuck here now, aren't we? This has really gone and killed it. It's dead. Nope, we're in. We have 10,000 AI in here right now, all battling each other at an unwatchable FPS, and we'll only probably be able to watch it as it gets down towards like 1,000 anyway. Where? Okay, let me see if I can move the camera out a bit here. This is going to take some rendering. Yeah, come on. Okay, I'm going to let go of that and just see what happens. Come on. We have 10,000 AI. They're on the screen. I can only see maybe 30, but I promise you, just on the upper part of the screen that we can't see, I can see YouTube screaming at me saying that those videos not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth input. So I'm sorry that you guys are lagging. I'm lagging hard with this too. I mean, they're dying. There's been 2,000 killed already. It's still running. It just really doesn't like me doing anything that changes the position of the camera. It's got too much to think out. This, I suppose, okay. The reason that we're having, I think I can answer the question as to why this is so fucking laggy, right? The fact that this is not rendering, but we can see in the world outliner that the amount of actors is decreasing. I think each individual, it's taking so long to run 10,000 individual behavior trees and do it like that. So perhaps we'll look into some kind of swarm AI where all of the individual pieces use a single behavior tree, or a single AI controls a swarm of pawns. So you could, so that would be the way to do the 10,000 units. Like you could have 4 factions of 2,500 swarms, okay? And the swarm king will pick a target in another swarm and move his swarm to kill that target. And incidentally, if they encounter any others, they should report back, and maybe we'll. Yeah, okay. This is going to take some planning. So I've said it too many times now. We're going to leave the stream there for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry that I couldn't present this better, but I'm going to take some time to explore environment query system, which would be pretty interesting. And I'm also going to explore this swarm idea that I've just had, and how we can use AI in a swarm using a single controller. So I'll get back to you with another live stream, or possibly a tutorial. I'm going to switch up my schedule a bit, so keep your eyes peeled in the Discord server for information about that. And as always, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. As always, it's been a blast. And I'll see you on the next YouTube tutorial or video. Actually, I'm 5 subscribers away from 7,000. So if 5 of you haven't subscribed yet, come on. Give me my last 5, please. Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.